Number 10, 1. Number 1 is certainly not number 1 when it comes to living in numbers. I mean, it offers the bare essentials, mainly because it is bare essentials. You get one wall. So, yeah, when a storm rolls around, safe to say you are not staying dry. On the realism side of things, though, you are seething and copying because you didn't spend more money on a better number house on this list. Number 9, 7. The number 7 is what happens when you have an architect who clearly lied about their credentials. The lean on this place is very dramatic. It makes the Leaning Tower of Pisa look like, well, a normal tower. Every time there's a gust of wind, the whole structure just gives up and collapses like it's made up of cheap knockoff building materials. All in all, living there is going to be very short lived, and no home insurance agency will cover what's inevitably going to happen within 5 minutes of you moving in. Number 8, 2. Number 2 is fine, just fine. In summers, that is. When winter shows up, not so much. Congratulations, you just rented a wall in a freezer. There is absolutely zero insulation. You and cold air are now best friends, probably forced by two. I mean, come on, you didn't need those fingers anyway, right? Number 7, 9. Okay, this one is great idea on paper. The problem is actually getting into it. The sloping ramp looks like a one little walkway until you actually try to stepping on it and slide down like a crazed bowling pin. There is no dignified way to enter this house. You can sprint, crawl, climb, swear. You will end up at the bottom. I feel like this is the kind of cruel job Jigsaw would play if he became an architect. Number 6, 6. You so wanted me to say 6, 7 just then. Come on, you are better than that. But anyway, with number 6, the universe flips the script. Instead of struggling to get in, you now struggle to get out. The curving walls becomes a personal contaminant chamber the moment you move in. The shape funnels you in like one of those carnivorous plants that fly trap. Yeah, this isn't a nature documentary channel. Basically, if you have ever wanted a home that encourages you to stay inside forever, not for comfort, but because the geometry is actively working against you, this is the one. Number 5, 3. The number 3 gives you the classic two-floor arrangement, the upper living for you and the lower living for whoever was dumb enough to want to cohabit with you. What you didn't tell the roommate before they signed a 2-year minimum contract is that every time it rains, the basement fills with water and becomes a public pool. Wow, you really are heartless, aren't you? I respect it. At least upper floor is dry, so you can peer down at your little flooded problems like a Victorian landlord. Number 4, 5. Now we are getting comfortable. The curve of the 5 cradles. You like a giant numeric hammock. You have got a cozy nook at the base. Perfect for reading, napping, or watching pointless videos about numbers to live in. There's even a balcony at the top, ideal for sipping something fancy while watching laser number dwellers try not to tip over in the wind. This is the first number house that intentionally feels livable instead of whatever one was trying to be. Number 3, 10. Number 10 looks like an actual suburban setup. The 0 is the house and the 1 is a polite little lamppost outside. It's almost disappointingly normal, which in this ranking is practically luxurious. Good structural stability, a solid enclosed space, and a built-in nighttime lighting courtesy of the giant line standing guard. Let's just hope nobody accidentally kicks a football into the one, or you might wake up with your roof caved in. Number 2, 8. The number 8 is a double-decker delight. 2 neat living pots stacked vertically like a duplex for mathematically inclined roommates. The catch? It's cramped, like very cramped. Both levels are basically those sleeping pods you see in Japanese hotels. Not great if you need personal space or just you don't enjoy hearing someone's breathe through walls thinner than wrapping paper. Still, it's a tidy little two-tier home, practical and kind of adorable. Now, number 1, 4. I mean, look at it. It's basically already a house. You get a proper flat foundation. The angled top forms a roof, letting rain fall off instead of randomly dumping onto your face at 3 a.m. Everything about the 4 says, yeah, I have got my life together. It's the ideal balance of form and function. Finally, a number you can bring your parents to without explaining why this lounge is underwater or why the whole structure falls over when someone sneezes.